Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. But before we check out the charts, I just want to ask you to please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and Apple stock, as well as two individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com. Let's take a look at the charts. I always start with the big picture, work my way into the day itself. It is the longer term trends that those are the trends that you really have to respect, even for day traders, as you approach key long term resistance areas. A more aggressive sale than, say, buying the market at a meaningful support level inside of this 1 year channel. You're more aggressive selling rallies and selling sell signals below key support than you are the opposite, of course. So 216.09, a 1 year channel top that I think defines a trend for Tesla that remains heavy really through the rest of the year, and below which the channel bottom, by the way, converges later this summer with the 101.81 January 23 low. And you may consider this a possible objective as we move into later year. There's no signal for that, and I'll get to that in a moment because we do have one. But 216.09 is our ceiling, below which the path of least resistance remains downward. So near term, and that is to say, really for today, I've got 178.37. This is a channel band, a band of resistance that is parallel with the lows from February against April. There's also a more meaningful channel top at 187.93 that I'll get to in a moment. But for today, 178.37, this is a structure that we tested last week, can contain daily buying pressures, and below which, as I've been saying, we are expecting channel support at 166.90. This is kind of a 3 to 5 day, 2 to 3 day, somewhere in there. Volatility is relatively subdued right now, so 3 to 5 day target. On the way down today, we do have a minor point at 173.16 that can contain, as you see here, intraday selling pressures. We could trade perhaps inside the 173.16 to 178.37 region all day long. But of the two, the more meaningful one is 178.37, as it is consistent and aligned with, if you will, that longer term bear market. So holding once again below 178.37. We are expecting 166.90 as a 3 to 5 day target. And we could see 166.90 today if we happen to break or open below 173.16. So these are your day trade structures right now. Breaking 173.16 does signal 166.90. Holding above 173.16 will keep 178.37 in reach again today, where a daily high can be made. And so this is also, once again, your 3 to 5 day swing trade, short below or at 178.37, anticipating 166.90 as an area to take profits. And you could go long here outright in anticipation perhaps of upward rotation later in the week back to that channel band, that band of channel resistance that I mentioned at, where are you? 178.37. So that is kind of our two-sided structure. Selling 178.37, buying back at 166.90. But once again, you're more aggressively selling 178.37 as a short sale than you are aggressively buying 166.90 as a long entry, just because of the longer term outlook. And I wouldn't be surprised if over the next, few days, we were to close below 166.90. That would set off another 3 to 5 day sell signal down to 153.54. 153.54 is now a 1 month channel bottom. It can contain weekly selling pressures, as we show here, 3-star weekly support. Closing below 166.90, I see no good reason, if your time horizon is typically 3 to 5 days out, to be long Tesla. You want to be short Tesla through the rest of the week and into next if we were to close today below 166.90. Then anticipating the descending channel bottom at 153.54, where profits can be taken, and certainly long entry made for those of you who are aggressive 2 to 3 week swing traders, because from 153.54, this market can round back up to this band of channel resistance at 178.37 over the following 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if we were to close over the next week or two below 153.54, that is your meaningful sell signal as we move into the third quarter, which begins July 1st, of course. That would be, as I've been saying, a 1 to 2 month sell signal into the low 100 area. Given the longer term bearish dynamic, as I mentioned earlier, that remains in effect below 216.09, closing below the channel bottom at 153.54 is your sell signal, your go with sell signal as we move into the third quarter. So once again, for those of you who trade the longer term time frames, 3 to 5 weeks out to 2 to 3 months, I see no good reason to be long Tesla following a settlement below 153.54, as I would then be anticipating this longer term channel support as it coincides with 101.81 as we move into August, September of this year. That would be the objective within 1 to 2 months of closing below 153.54. Let's talk upside today, that if we happen to push through or open above, I doubt the open above part, but if we happen to push through 178.37, 181.78 is likely today. This is a horizontal channel structure that can capture the remaining buying pressures for the day if we happen to push through or open above 178.37. I don't even have that as a solid level. It's just a minor point because I do think if we close above this channel top, we'll call it a channel top, a mid-band of a long-term channel. If we close above 178.37, I do see a 3 to 5 day buy signal up to 187.93. This long-term channel resistance, more midterm, but nonetheless able to contain buying through the rest of June, and we can fall away from 187.93 back down to some variation of the 153.54 formation. So now I'm going to talk a little bit to kind of options traders, because I know you're out there. If you happen to test 187.93 over the next few days, let's say, because it would be an objective over the next 3 to 5 days above 178.37, as we're testing 187.93, you may consider reaching for 155 or 160 strike out of the money puts that don't expire for at least a month, because I do see the market then inclined to fall away within several weeks. But once we test 187.93, back to some variation of this 153.54 channel bottom. Now it will change. We will redraw it and reconstruct it because it'll be higher, but nonetheless an objective following a test of 187.93. And finally, not unless we were to close above 187.93 over, let's say, the next week or two, do I see a meaningful buy signal through the rest of June. 3 to 5 week buy signal up to 215.94 does present following a daily settlement above 187.93. So closing above 187.93, I see no good reason to be short Tesla. If your time horizon is 3 to 5 weeks out, liquidate those out of the money puts if you bought them, and in turn you might reach for 210 or 215 strike out of the money calls that don't expire for at least, I'd go a couple of months out on an expiration. I see this as a solid 3 to 5 week play to the upside following a settlement above the 187.93 descending channel top. I hope I've said everything there is to say. I think I have. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial. We do 2 stock picks a week, daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, etc., etc., etc. And you can check it all for free for 5 days, no cost to you whatsoever. You have a great day. I will be back tomorrow with Wednesday's Tesla report.